Man, we're live from the Fall Fair here in the Six Nations Fairground, and I got to tell you, this is such an awesome day. Yeah, we've seen some wet stuff, we've seen some wind, but at the same time, everybody's in great spirits. And she just came off the stage doing her sound check. Anjulie, how are you?
I'm good. It's a little cold though for me.
Yeah, you've been at this for a little while.
Yeah, I have.
I mean, how long has it been that you've been performing?
Well, my first single came out in 2011.
Right.
And now it's 2017. So I guess, for my solo stuff,
right.
I've been doing it for a while, but I've been writing for other artists throughout that time and before that.
And that's what I wanted to talk to you about, because, a lot of people, they'll sit and they have a perception that if your single isn't out in the charts right now, that you're not being successful. But that's not necessarily true, because you've written for some pretty big names.
Yes, I have.
Who for example, have you
I wrote for Nicki Minaj, Lady
Yep.
Gaga, Kelly Clarkson, Icona Pop, Zed, Diplo. I've been really blessed to work with a lot of really talented artists and producers. So.
Yeah, and I mean, it must be almost humbling to see a song that you've put together and they're doing it on stage for thousands and thousands of people, and you know both sides, right?
Humbling. It's like, I did that.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. Yeah, it's awesome to see.
Yeah, and it's so cool, because I've had a chance to kind of follow your career, and it's not like you just have one style about you. Do you think that adds to being able to write for other people?
Yeah, I've always had a hard time fitting in a box, and
right.
I think also because of my nationality, I never looked like a box either. So people didn't really know, should she be in urban sessions, should she be in rock sessions or alternative sessions. So I kind of got thrown into a lot of stuff, and just made friends with people that I thought were talented, regardless of what type of music they were making. And I have always had an appreciation for all kinds of music. So
you're more of a music fan, not
yes.
a fan of a certain genre.
Exactly, yeah.
So we know that you've written for other people. We know that you've had hit singles. We know that your life is music. But what I want to know is, when you get up in front of all these people, I mean, doing a sound check, there's only 15, 20 people around. But when you get up in front of all these people, how do you prepare yourself beforehand?
Push-ups.
Really?
You shouldn't do these, but
I can do like 2.
Okay.
How many push-ups can you do?
I can do about 20, like really strong 20.
Okay,
And
maybe
then
later
I
on.
can do like 30 that aren't, like they aren't all the way down, like nose touching the ground.
So later on, maybe, if you feel up to it, we'll have a push-up contest.
I'm down.
All right, we're going to get pictures of that and get it up on the website. Corey Motley and Anjulie having a push-up contest. And I'm telling you, you're going to win.
Yeah.
I'm already telling you, you're going to win.
We're going to film it so everyone can see.
Absolutely. This has been awesome, because, like I said, 2011, I was actually the guy that got to pick the music.
Cool.
So I got to hear your music before anybody else.
Awesome.
And you can kind of feel the uniqueness about it, and the fact that you're not what I like to call a studio artist. Mm-hmm. And by that, I mean, when you're up on stage, you sound just like you do on the air. And that's hard nowadays, because there's so much auto-tune, adjustments, and like I said, some people are just studio artists.
Yeah.
What do you do to preserve your voice?
I do vocal warm-ups,
Okay.
and I drink a lot of water. I don't drink alcohol. I never have.
Do you have a certain diet that you stick to keep the vocal cords clean?
Not really. I try to stay away from like things like caffeine and sugar, but that doesn't last usually more than 2 days.
Well, we're at a fair, right? So you and I were going to go get some fair food.
Definitely.
Deep fried something.
I'm so down.
Thank you so much for coming out here. And I'm going to play the song now that kind of introduced me to you. And it was kind of my favorite song of yours. And it's basically because, well, I've got a low voice, but I try and hit the high notes.
Nice.
So let's get into it. You and I, Anjulie, Jukasa Radio 93.5.